Hello, welcome. Today I'm going to be showcasing Buddha Delafruit because I had just gotten to uh, level 40 in the anime Fighting Simulator X or 10 or whatever you call it. But yeah, to showcase, basically you just become a really dude. I think your health like doubles, but your movement speed is about the same. You just have a really large hitbox, and you can still train in it. And like your transformation type specials. But yeah, for the first one, heavy impact. That isn't the actual like range. Like it isn't that big. It's actually closer to like these buildings, and I like outside of it. But yeah, as you can see, it's just a really big AoE, and it's scale. Oh wait, no, that's not it. It scales off of strength. So probably since the other two are based off of chakra, you're probably not gonna want to use that much, especially with the big cooldown that it has. But it's good for farming. Like that's how I got to uh the max mastery. It's also good to know is that you could just where is it? You could just re-equip it and unequip it whenever you want. Though it is gonna replace your the fruit that you currently have. You have to go to Rayleigh, which I believe is right over here. Yeah, for some Chikara shards to replace your fruit if you want to use this. If you don't, and you have like Kie, the Ice fruit, or Mara, the Fire Ace's fruit, yeah. Next move is Divine Retribution, which is just a shockwave, I believe. It's just a big shockwave with a lot of AOE. Um, it's got okay range, I'd say. It's got like let me try to shoot there. Yeah, it's got an okay range, even though I don't know why it went that way. Probably because of the uh enhanced model. Um, but yeah, as I've shown before, it's based off of It scales off of chakra stat, so might want to level that up because it's pretty big. It's pretty big, especially for like fighting bosses. It could do a lot of damage. And now the final one, which is let me get to a better area for this. No, I would not like to. Is this, and this is very big, lasts a while, and it does a big beam. It's very good for PvP. So like in tourney, you just spam that and it'll probably hit a person. And you probably might want to like instantly deselect it so your hitbox isn't the size of a building. So you could probably grind points that way. Because you just go up to the air, you do a big beam, and then you can just instantaneously do that and just be short and nimble. And probably use stuff like the world, time stop, and just move around and then re-equip it, and then use divine retribution, heavenly impact. Yeah, this fruit is very good for AoE. Not much like single target. The biggest like single target thing would probably divine retribution, which is just the single blast. And even then, it's a really big AoE. Like look at that. But yeah, I'm gonna go test this on a few mobs to showcase how big the heavy impact radius is. So if I do this, see how the light was, it went over there, but it actually didn't even do any damage to that. That's why the hitbox is kind of bugged. Now I can do this, my retribution. Oh, that's interesting. So the hitbox is actually small compared to its visual size. Because when you actually like, oh, let me wait until it's cool down. Okay, so now I did that. Alright, so it must have been just like a little glitch or something. But yeah, that big circle, that's the box. And this Twilight of the Gods. Yeah, it's just really good. It's good for like uh yeah, just grinding champion levels, especially because I know that could be a hassle, especially when you can't find uh like a big group of enemies, but this just has like a really big AoE. You can just hit literally everyone. Like, look at that. That is ridiculous. Is there a boss that I can test this on? Hold on. Yeah, not now, but later. So while we're waiting for Handyman to spawn, see how fast I can take it out with Buddha. Uh, there has been a lot of controversy with this like next update. Is it gonna actually happen? Are the devs just trolling us? I personally think they're doing their best, and like they are doing way better work than I could ever. Like I would not be able to put out this much. Like they put 2 updates back to back, like weekly, before they went to a bi-weekly update, and then added the Star Pass. They added like 2 whole islands within 2 weeks, and they were so detailed. They're like they've put a lot of effort into it, and I think like they just don't deserve the amount of like hate that they're getting from the community. Uh, and yeah, that's my 2 cents on it. If you have an opinion, maybe comment it down. We can maybe argue in the comment section. Jesus Christ. Oh, look, and even spawn. Alright, we're gonna go test how quickly I do. I'm gonna do it without question mark buff. See how fast I can just kill it. Because their health has been updated. This is not the strongest one, but and I might be over leveled. Oh no, I'm not. Yeah, look at that. Look at that damage from that. And then you could just divine retribution. So yeah, the Twilight of Gods works with everything. It works with Slayer Mask. But yeah, in conclusion, the Buddha just works well overall. Twilight of the Gods just is the highest DPS for both AoE damage, farming, EXP farming, and boss grinding. Uh, Divine Retribution and Heavy Impact, they're not as good. Heavy Impact's good in the AoE department. But yeah, and besides, Twilight of the Gods, you need Mastery 80 in order to unlock. So that's like a long time grinding that you're gonna have to do to actually get so you can actually just destroy things with this. Oh, that's weird. But anyway, probably see you and probably have another video in like another 30 minutes, probably showcasing the Golden Ape boss spec. But yeah, see ya.